everyone, it's Marie here on behalf of Canvas Corp Brands, and I just kind of want to show you an easy project using Canvas Corp's file folders. Now you can use these folders and put them together to create a cute little album, which is what I did here. I've used 3 file folders for this album, and then I just embellished each page. I also put in some Canvas Corp paper bags so that I have little pockets to store things in. And I've used a lot of different journaling cards and different things. Here's another paper bag from Canvas Corp. Just a lot of fun things you can do with these file folders. So today I wanted to kind of show you how you can take these file folders and how you can kind of build your base album that you can then go ahead and embellish on. So this one's totally finished. I'm going to show you how I put the pages together on this one. So right now I have 3 of Canvas Corp's white file folders, and I'm going to take these clips off here and explain what I did. I took 3 of these folders and I'm going to sew them together. So I'm going to be sort of binding them together using my sewing machine. Now I just have a regular sewing machine. It's made for cloth, but I use it mostly on my paper craft, which is kind of funny. But basically I've taken each of my file folders and I've matched up the tabs, so I'm putting these 2 together this way. So you're going to have the front cover, a page, and then another page. And what I'm going to do is line them up and put on some paper clips so that I know that these are the pages that I want to sew together. Now while I'm sewing, I'm actually only going to sew 3 sides, and I'm going to leave the top open. Now that's going to create a pocket that you can slip some things into. So on this one, that's what I did here, and it creates a pocket on top that you can put photos in, you can put journaling cards in, anything you want. So that's really fun to have those little pockets in there. And whoever you're giving it to, it just makes it really fun and interactive. Now on this page here, I have another pocket on the side, so I left this side open. So you can kind of get creative on which sides you want to leave open and where you want to create pockets. So right now I have 2 file folders together, and I'm going to add a third. Again, I'm lining up the sides that match, so since this one does not have a tab on it, I'm lining up one that also does not have a tab. And I'm going to clip these together. So now I have a front cover. I have 1 page, 2 page, and my back cover. And you can keep adding as many file folders as you want to kind of make this a bigger file folder album if you want. I don't have any more white ones, so I'm just going to keep them with these 3 file folders. But if you wanted to keep going, I would say just keep lining up the tabs and just sew around them. So I'm going to go and sew these together, and I'll show you what that looks like. When I take it to my sewing machine, I make sure I have the page that I want to sew together clipped and marked out where I want to sew it, and that I already know which side I'm going to leave open. So I know here I'm going to leave the top open, and on this page I'm going to leave the side open. So I'm just going to go ahead and sew this page, and then I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to tuck all the other pages behind so I don't accidentally sew them together, and then I'm going to sew this page and just get those 2 pages together that I want to sew. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I have my file folders sewn together, and let me just give you a peek at what it looks like. So here's a little top view. You can see the 1, 2, 3 file folders, and they're all sewn together. So I have the front cover, I have these pages, and these pages, and then the back. So it makes a really nice little start to a file folder album. I'll give you a close-up look on the stitching. I alternated between zigzags and straight stitches, so you can definitely get creative on how you want to stitch this. And then I did leave the front or the top open for a pocket here, and then the side open for a pocket here. So it's a really fun little simple way that you can use these file folders to start building an album. And like I said, you can always add in more file folders. You can do different things to add different pages. Like in this one, I went ahead and I added in some paper bags that you can flip over. This is just a really large journaling card that I added in with some washi tape. So that's an easy way to add in more pages as well. And just keep building and make it your own style. Mine's a little bit more pretty and glam, but you could go with vintage, you could go with grunge, or whatever style that you like. So the sewing, I think, is a really fun, sort of unexpected way to kind of bind these together. You could also use liquid glue, and you could use a tape runner. The only thing I would suggest with a tape runner is keep in mind that if you want to make pockets, that tape, it might not hold as well as stitching or liquid glue. And since it's always sticky and it doesn't dry like liquid glue, you might find that some of your things will catch on it as you're taking them in and out. So I like the stitching option just because I feel like it's really going to hold and it's not going to like catch too much on things that are going into those pockets. So that would be what I would recommend. Otherwise, probably liquid glue would be better because once it's dry, it's dry. It's not going to stick to anything. And then I would probably go with a tape runner type adhesive as your last choice. But anyway, a lot of fun things you can do, a lot of creative things you can do with these file folders. Since they are blank, you can go ahead and do anything you want on them. Any color, any style, you know, use your Tattered Angels mists and paints and just make it the way you like it. Or make it for someone else in mind that you know what their style is like, and give it away. So hopefully this gives you some great inspiration on how to kind of get started on your own file folder album. And go over and check those out in the store if you're interested. Otherwise, have a great day, and I'll catch you later. Bye.